Hey there, everybody. Welcome to a new Greenleaf Season 5 theory discussion. And with this being the final season, which is certainly not something that I think any of us really want, but
No.
we have to talk a little bit about the ending because it is coming. We know that we're building towards something big, but for Bishop Greenleaf, for Lady Mae, what is that going to be? These are characters who have lost so much throughout the past several years. I don't think they want us to be depressed at the very end of the show.
No, this is a hopeful show. And I mean, it's a show about having faith that things are going to work out. And I do think we're going to move towards that kind of an end.
We'll talk everything through here. Before we do, if you guys do like this video, give us a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because we have a lot of Greenleaf coverage coming leading into the show being back on the air, and we don't want you guys to miss any of it.
So we ended up getting a trailer the other day that was a really long trailer. It was like 2 minutes long, which was really cool because a lot of times shows are going to give you like a little 30 seconds and they're not going to really tell you anything.
Yeah.
This trailer was awesome. There was so much good stuff in it. And one of the things that started to get us talking was, about there was just this moment in the trailer where we saw Lady Mae and Bishop walk into Mavis's old bar, and it was sort of like a narration on top talking about kind of starting again, maybe starting a new church and maybe starting it there is sort of what it was feeling like. And it really got me thinking about, where is this last season going to end for these two? Are they going to get their church back, or are they not going to get it back and it's just going to turn into Hope and Harmony and Bob and all his horribleness? Or is it going to be a different kind of, where are we with this? Do we want the happy ending that they get their church back? Or is it a better happy ending that they're going to start something new that's a little more smaller and it's back to the roots of family and faith?
This show has set up, I think, a really interesting sort of struggle in this final season where I think going into it, the natural sort of impulse is, okay, I don't want to see Bob and Judy and like these people win because I don't like them, obviously. Beyond just that, we have already seen them screw over the Greenleaf family in a lot of ways. They're manipulative, and yeah, I don't want to see them lose a church that they have been a part of, that they have helped to build for so many years. But to kind of continue that metaphor, if your building is built on kind of a shattered foundation, is there that much to go back to? Is there something that's going to be there for them that is going to make them ultimately fulfilled? Or are you just going to stick some more band-aids on that foundation? Maybe you show Bob and Judy the door, but then you just stand there, you're able to get back into the swing of things until the next thing comes in and like a wrecking ball just destroys a lot of this institution because it's never been that strong in the first place.
This show is about faith and it is about religion, but it is also really about this family. And it feels like the family, when we first ran into them, were really fractured. I mean, Grace hadn't been there in forever.
Yeah.
They had lost faith, everything that was going on with Mac. And then later we saw Lady Mae and Bishop get divorced or go through all this. There's just so much that's happening with it. And a lot of it was connected to this church and sort of the wealth that comes with it and the power and the position that they're in, that it all just gets lost, the family aspect of it. So for me, the ending that I'm really hoping that we're moving towards is that they are not going to get back that church. Bob is going to get his comeuppance with that church, but that they're actually not going to go back that way. That they're going to move in this new direction where it is a bit smaller, really focused on faith and family and growing from the ground up. But instead of maybe growing back into a mega church, that they're going to be more of a local church.
There's so many different like directions we can extend from all of this, but one of the things that I think about a little bit here, and I think it's something that Greenleaf is even referencing on some of their promotional material, is a verse in Proverbs that talks a lot about how, the righteousness does not always come from power or money or riches. It comes from, it comes from within. It comes from something totally different, and you don't need a big church in order to feel whole, to feel complete, in order to feel righteous. You need something that's different, something that is more pure, something that can exist within a really small church. And it's another sort of metaphor here, but it's sort of like you can go to a 5-star restaurant and get the $120 steak dinner, and it can be good, but maybe the atmosphere is bad. Maybe the wait staff is rude. Maybe you don't have the right dining companion, no matter what it is, but maybe you go to a hole-in-the-wall restaurant, the server's great, the food is good and earthy, and it has soul behind it, and you will remember that meal for years down the line, and that $120 steak is just going to be out the window.
The other thing that I like about it, moving into the idea of the finales, we know that Mavis and Lady Mae have had a horrible relationship. We haven't seen Mavis in a while. I mean, she lost the bar, she's disappeared. This is two sisters that, can they ever repair it? I mean, we see that everyone is trying to repair their faith after everything that's happened with the church, and Hope and Harmony coming in and being jerks and destroying everything that they've built. But there's also that family fracture, and that is the biggest thing that I want to see happen in this finale. Now, I'm not saying everybody needs to be all wrapped up with a big red bow and everything is happy, 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 but there's gotta be a little something that happens with this family.
See, this is the good news, I think, when it comes to Mavis, is that when the actress who plays the role owns the network, I think you have a particularly good chance that maybe they'll be involved again in the future. So there's certainly more that they could do there.
Listen, we can't have the final season and Mavis doesn't show up at all, but I would like to see her show up and have a little bit of healing between them. It doesn't have to be, everything is okay.
Yeah.
But even if the very last episode gives us a stepping stone to show that maybe in the future, with lots of work and lots of love and lots of faith, we can get there.
That, to me, is really, I think, what this season needs to be about. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm sure we will have drama aplenty. We still don't know who the mystery guy is who shows up at the gravesite in the finale. Like, you've still got a lot to resolve there. You've got everything with Charity. You've got what's going on with Jacob's marriage. Like, there's enough dramatic storylines, I think, to carry us through for weeks on end.
Yeah, there is. And that's why I feel that this season I want to see Bishop and Lady Mae really work everything out. I want to see them married. I want to see them starting their own church again. I want to see them healing the family. They've gotten to the lowest point now in their lives that this is a time to rebuild in a hopeful way. And with their family being so fractured, everything that's going on with Jacob, everything that's Charity, Grace is going through it, they've lost faith, everything, this is the time. They are the parents of this family starting a new foundation.
Hope, to me, is the big thing echoing in my head entering this season. And, hope doesn't necessarily even mean faith in a religious sense. I think it's just sort of, you can enjoy Greenleaf and not be religious and just attach yourself to that idea of hope, where I think you want to leave this show feeling like a lot of these characters are going to be okay and are going to have a future together, where they'll be able to work everything out. And by hope, I do not mean Harmony and Hope, or I always get it confused if it's Harmony and Hope or Hope and Harmony, but it doesn't matter. I'm not talking about that group. They can get out. But I just think in general, I do want to leave this show feeling as though a lot of the journey is going to be worth it. And even if nobody is really hugging or singing and spending time together, that they're going to get there. I just want to know that they're going to get there, and maybe we'll get this new church and it'll be a small, passionate congregation, and they'll all enjoy each other's company, and they'll receive the word that they want to, and it will all just work out.
I feel like this is mostly a hopeful show, and that they're not looking to leave us in a dark place. And I know that a lot of like dark, terrible things have happened on this show, don't get me wrong. But I think the message of this show is that you can have faith and hope, and things can, even in their darkest moments, still turn around for you. Even if you're not religious, this is a message that resonates with everyone, that in their darkest moment, they're looking for ways to be able to build back up and start again. And I think that's where we're going to end with this show. That's what I feel.
As long as you give Keith David awesome material, because really, honestly, he's the reason I wanted to get into Greenleaf, because I love Keith David so much. So give great material to Bishop, have some good stuff with him and Lady Mae, give us some hope. I think we will be happy whenever this final season does end. But for you guys, how do you think Greenleaf is going to end, especially when it comes to Bishop and Lady Mae? Are we getting the new church? Are they going to kick out Bob and Judy and take over the old church? Give us your thoughts, your theories in the comments. And if you do like this video, give us a like, subscribe, and you can support us further by checking the link in the description to the store. And we'll see you here next time.